CTV family. Catch us live on your TV screens.
Ek slaan my oë op na die flatse. Ek slaan my oë op na die flatse, waar sal my hulp vandaan kom? Where most moving out is mostly in a coffin, and lighties is boffen, en steel en seer deel, mes teen die keel en guns te veel, maar niks kos. But ek is die bos, while ek die kointos en die skooldros, maar ek was mos destined for greatness. But mommy se besie was he able to enable my habits. Ek slaan my oë op na die flatse, waar sal my hulp vandaan kom, terwyl die vlee by die drom brom, terwyl die wiskunde som dom verklaar, is dit waar dat my pa die gitaar se snaar gebruik het om sy seer te stop. Nou sit ek hier en die mense noem my flop en ek staan in die lyn vir sop, maar die hitman hou my dop en my gedagtes stop of ek die skemer sal sien. Ek slaan my oë op na die flatse, waar sal my hulp vandaan kom, waar die dieptes van die kantien my siel kaal sien en my ma die Here dien om 'n kroon te dra. Al wat ek wil doen is om 'n kroon te vra en my need te supply, maar ek is maar 'n small fry in 'n big lie, so ek try maar net om nie te die. Ek slaan my oë op na die flatse.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a spoken word by Nashville, and of course he's going to be joining us today as we get into the conversation of World Letter Writing Day, the importance of actually taking down a pen and a paper and jotting that down and actually having something written as a piece. As I mentioned earlier on, that today is World Letter Writing Day, so we have Nash, who is an author, he's an educator, and he is also an entrepreneur that recently released his book in 2020. We're also joined by a student of his who is Nathan, and Nathan also contributed to the book, so we also want to find out about what is the book about, what are the poems that are written in the book about. Thank you so much for joining us on Ekse, and welcome. Thank you for that beautiful spoken word. How are you guys doing?
Thank you so much. I'm very well, and yourself?
I am very well, thank you. So please take us through the book. What is the name of the book, and what does it actually mean for someone that might be sitting at home and doesn't understand Afrikaans?
So, Ek slaan my oë op na die flatse is a title that I took from the Bible, where there is a psalm in the Bible that says, I lift up my eyes to the hills from whence cometh my help. And so I came to a realization that there are many negative role models on the Cape Flats, and sometimes for a young person that is what they look up to. So they look up to the flats with so many situations going on, so many negative issues going on in our communities. But we need to change that narrative where we speak about the positives, where we ourselves become positive role models for the young people in our community, where they can now look up to us and not necessarily to the negative issues that we face on a daily basis.
And I think what I love most about the book is that not only did you work on this masterpiece alone, but you found it fit to actually have students that you bring in that are also going to contribute to making this book come to life. Nathan, tell us about your contribution to the book.
Well, you see, my poem originally is about this young boy who lost his mother and his brother in a short period of time. And it's kind of like just a personal experience from not just from my side and from his side, because what we actually tried to do was get personal experiences and stories from the Cape Flats and depict it in a positive way to the rest of the community and the rest of the world, because normally people just perceive our community in a certain type of way. You see, and we're trying, as he said, to change that narrative.
And I mean, the stories that you write about, or the stories that you depict in this book, are stories that are relatable to people that might be reading it, and people that are from the same backgrounds, people that come from the Cape Flats and from Cape Town in particular. What kind of message do you want people that are reading the book to take away from it?
So in the book, I highlight, and I chose 5 of my ex-learners to write a poem each, because I wanted to give them the space and the platform to be able to call themselves published poets. So that is the passion that I have. So that is the whole message of the book, that there's more to the Cape Flats than just the crime and the violence, teenage pregnancy and all the other issues. There's much more. There's gold and precious gold amongst the young people, amongst our people, all of our people, that there's an opportunity to rise out. So in the book we highlight all the issues that we face on a daily basis, but also that there's hope after all the issues, there's hope. And if we can fix ourselves individually, help fix one another by creating opportunities,
Yeah.
then we can create a platform where young people can have a role model that they
Yeah.
can relate to, a role model within the community. They don't have to go overseas and to other countries, but there's role models within our communities.
Definitely.
So that's the ultimate message of the book, that you
Yeah.
can lift up your eyes to a different kind of role
Of
model.
Cape Flash, you know, not the Cape
Yes.
Flash that we usually see in the
Yes.
youth. But ladies and gentlemen, we also have a clip coming in today that is going to be actually depicting and telling us about World Writing Day and why is it so important for us to actually have handwritten letters. Check this out.
Kelvike Kloete en ek dink om briewe te skryf is baie relevant in vandag se lewe. Ek dink ons as die mensdom is by 'n punt waar ons meer bewus raak oor wat ons voel en hoe ons reageer in sekere situasies en hoe ons lewe die samelewing impak en hoe die samelewing ons beïmpak. So ek dink om jou gedagtes en alles wat in jou brein aangaan op 'n pen neer te sit is baie belangrik. Want vandag is ons so gou om 'n boodskap te stuur, so gou om 'n tweet, 'n Instagram, comment te los. Ons is so vinnig om dit te doen, maar ons vat nie meer die tyd om net te sit en met jou gedagtes te sit en neer te skryf. Al is dit net 'n brief wat jy aan jouself skryf aan die.
Oh man, Nasana Uti, he once received the letter when he was 12 years old and he couldn't write back because apparently his spelling cycle was off. I'm not sure about that, but I really do think, but if you want to write a letter, write it regardless whether it's spelling cycle is right or is wrong. But just before we wrap up this interview, please do let us know where people can find your book.
So the book is 100 Rand and people can contact me on both Instagram and Facebook via the handle Nashville Blau. So it's BLAAUW and they can contact me directly.
Okay, if they want to purchase the book, they
Yes.
just contact you. And Nathan, I know that you also have written scripts that you post online. Where can people find you if they want to engage with your content?
Okay, so people can find me on Facebook at Nathan J. Stradum, or they can check on Instagram on my personal page, and then they can see all my poems there. And then also I do personal requested poems from people, so they can send me a message, ask me to write about something, and then from there I take it.
I mean, if you want to write a love letter to your mother, to your grandmother, to your boyfriend, to your girlfriend, to your teacher, please do make sure that you contact these two gentlemen. But for now, we want to take a quick breather. After the break, we have a Bravo in the house. Keep it locked. Don't go in down. This is Ekse Live.
CTV family.